And hello, everybody from Disney Sport Wilderness. Oh, I don't have a picture up. Here we go.
You like our green sheet?
Here's the goats. Remember those from the other night?
Just a few goats. Oh,
Crappy picture of us of where we're sitting at now. You can't really see. We need a bigger green screen for as far away as this camera is.
my ears aren't showing up well either.
So for right now, we're going to stick with picture we took. Well, no, that's not going to work either. Here, this will probably help too.
I wonder where that would be since it's covered.
Yeah, there's somebody behind me with big eyes, big brown eyes. All right, so I guess we'll just have to stick with this one. So how's
That's a
everybody
good one,
doing?
though. Ooh, guess what
Okay,
time it
folks,
is?
fireworks have just started here. I guess that would be the Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
Magic
Yep.
Kingdom fireworks are underway. We can hear them. We have 8 in the room right now. Wasn't expecting a very big viewing tonight. I hear there's a football game of some sorts on, and the score is tied. But it's also halftime, and I don't even know the last time there was a decent halftime show at a Super Bowl. So, but it is commercials. So I need to stop looking around here, and I want to thank everybody. I'll set my computer down here. I want to thank everybody who joined us this morning on our trip here. It actually made our trip a whole lot faster. We were talking about that earlier today about how quickly the time passed for us to get here. It was a 45-minute drive, and it seemed like we got here in like 5 minutes. So thank you guys for making our trip easier.
So let's thank Posh Cats Camping. Hello, you said hi to us. Mary Lou North is on here. Avenger RV Adventure. Over the Hill RV. That's a new one for us, I think. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Barefoot Adventures. Suburban Florida Outdoors. RV Underway. Lily Gypsy Child. Crystal's Pets. New Horizons. Hello, Susan. Let's see. I think I might have covered everybody. Yay! That's actually for
Yeah, we're actually up to a dozen now, dozen watchers. So awesome. So
crazy football day.
we got set up here, as a lot of you saw. You actually kind of saw our not quite typical setup camp process, because usually Shelly does help a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, we got set up a couple of interesting things, and I'll show some pictures probably on Instagram or Facebook later. I tried, this is a very narrow site. So I tried, and I always try to get as far to the left as possible to give us when it's on. That way we have as much room as we can outside the door for chairs and the table and all that other good stuff. So I'm about as close to the edge of the pavement over here as I can be. And I was trying to get as far back as I could be as well, because this is a kind of a short spot. We're going to have room to park our car. And I'm as back as far as I can be. And I'm as over to the right as far as I can be. And the door to my wet bay I can open about that much.
Our green screen does not like me tonight.
Oh, your ears?
Well, I'm missing my nose, and then I'm missing my hand, and then I'm missing.
Well, your ears are kind of a greenish color, so that's
my ears.
So they're.
My ears are so cute. Our daughter made them for me.
For right now, let's just turn it off. That's no biggie. There we go. And so you can see us.
Hey, Extraordinary Journey. Thanks for joining us.
And our high dollar green screen. We actually need a bigger one if we're going to be using this format, so we may have to go spend another $10 to get another one. So anyway, I can open the wet bay door about that much, and the connection for the water, of course, is on the other side of the wet bay. So with my bad knee, you haven't heard this at all, so you have no idea what's going on. So this is news for you too. So with my bad knee, I had to kind of bend down under the Can you help me with the word, please?
Under
What am I pointing at?
slide.
The slide. Thank you. Over the Hill RV, you are number 300 for us. Thank you very much. We just hit 300 subscribers.
We did?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
So thank you, Over the Hill RV, for being our 300 subscriber.
Yay.
You win absolutely nothing but our undying gratitude and admiration.
300.
So
that's a big deal for us.
So anyway, I struggled to get the water hooked up. I got the sewer hooked up. We're all hooked up. The kind of the wanky thing that Disney for Wilderness has is not all, a lot of places you go, everything's on one pedestal. You have a pedestal there with your electric hookup, your water, and then the sewer's kind of like usually right next to it. Disney does not play that game. The electrical connection is completely at the back of the site. Now, all these sites in the full hookup area also have about a 20-foot by 20-foot gravel pit behind the concrete pad. So you really can't back up all the way. You can only as to the end of that pit because if you got jacks and stuff like that. So I'm back as far as I can back up where my jacks will still stay on the concrete. So I've got another 20 feet, or really about 25 feet from the back of the RV to where the electrical hookup is. And the water is right here on the side. So the water is a good another 20 feet the other direction. So it's kind of crazy, and the sewer hookup is kind of in the middle. So it's kind of crazy how Disney does it. And also they do have cable TV here. The cable TV hookup is on the pedestal, is on the electrical pedestal, so that's all the way to the back of the site too. So you need a long cable if you want to hook up to cable, and you need a long electric cord.
Izzy, thank you for being 301. We appreciate that. And we've had some new people come in the room. Captain Jack Scrapper is here again. Thank you. New Vision Security Services. Yep. Only Adventure, you want to know? Yes, we are bummed that we missed you at the port. Can you believe we went like this? Yeah,
you probably drove by as we drove in. We may have you on film. I don't know.
But they wanted to know what loop we're in. We are in 1933. That's our site number here.
Yeah, we're in the 1900 loop. First time in this particular loop. Not a big fan of it because it is kind of a small, tight loop. But we made it in with minimal effort. One nice thing to finish what I was talking about.
Watched.
Yeah, as everybody watched. As everybody knows. One nice thing that Disney does have is they do have a 110 outlet at the front of the site. So if you have things like a lamp, if you looked on our Instagram and Facebook page today, you'd see I posted pictures of the front of our site, and so we have a Mickey post lamp, with Mickey shaped post lamp here. So that's plugged in and actually on right now. Maybe we can open a window, or maybe you can walk out there later.
Well, we probably ought to do. We'll probably do a video because at night we haven't hooked up any of our Disney lights that disco lights that dance across the rig, and we have some other things that when Lowe's had them all on clearance, we went and snagged them.
Yeah, it was like Lowe's had a bunch of stuff that was 75% off, so I can't pass up a sale at Harbor Freight or Lowe's. Those are my two of my weaknesses.
Hello, Kyle. He's come in.
Hey, buddy.
And James. Hello, James. And if I've missed somebody, I apologize. It's gone really fast, and he talks so much, I can't quite stop him to say hello. I think there was okay, I'm gonna say it wrong, but
Friday night on our
just out and about.
Okay, Friday night on our live stream, I was talking about our son Kyle and his and we were talking about funny pictures at Disney. So this picture here is me, which you can't see because Shelly's blocking me, my son Kyle next to me, and my daughter Kira, and now her husband, at the time her boyfriend Nick, in the backseat. This was Kyle's first trip, first time riding Rock and Roller Coaster, and for those of you not familiar with the ride, you start off from a dead stop and it launches you. They actually use a modified catapult from an aircraft carrier. So the same catapult that launches aircraft is what they use to launch this ride. And so you go from 0 to 60, I think in just under 0 to 65 in just under 3 seconds. So you get launched, and then they take your picture like 1 second or so after you launch. So that's when that picture was taken right there. And that's my buddy Kyle not feeling it. And
just momentarily.
he wasn't quite prepared for that, but he hung in there, and he's ridden it multiple times since then. And so I'll just jump back here to the sweet stuff. So we didn't do a whole lot today, just getting set up and everything. And
Nick's Picks had some stuff. She loves everything about the ride except the launch. And she asked a question up here. Let's see. Oh, they tried to get reservations for next week, but it was sold out, and they want to know if it is really busy. We haven't been in the parks yet because we arrived today and we went to Disney Springs, and it wasn't overly crowded. It was a little bit busier. But I mean,
I will say this:
parking.
Go get a travel agent. We used Sarah Stecher, and if you look at our video, and I'll post a link in the comments on this one. But if you look at the video we did this morning, the live stream we did this morning of our drive here, I posted her email address in there. Travel agents don't cost a dime. This is the first time we've used them too for coming to Fort Wilderness, and they do the heavy lifting. They will find the spots you want and get you in, and they have a pretty good success rate. The thing I learned through the process is it's easier to find one night and then kind of build off of that than it is to try to find a week. And most people like try to find a week or a weekend and they're full and they give up. But if you actually looked at Friday night, and then they may have availability on Friday night, and they may have availability on Saturday night, and they may have availability on Sunday night, if you looked at them individually. But if you looked at them as from Friday to Sunday, they'll say they have no availability. So in other words, the reservation system at Disney in general, this is not just a Fort Wilderness campground thing, this is all the resorts, they work the same way, is a pain in the butt. So let the travel agent, let Sarah and her team specifically do it. And if you do use them, just tell her we sent you. I mean, we don't get anything from it, but maybe she'll give us a shout out or something sometime. But that's what we recommend to get reservations, because when we try to get these reservations about a month ago, I couldn't find anything, and I said, all right, I give up. We want to come here because we're already going to be here in this area, so we wanted to come here. So we have annual passes, so we just need a place to stay. I was like, well, I guess I'll just give the travel agent a try this time, and they came through with me like gangbusters. So Sarah Stecher and her team, awesome.
You only want Tuesday and Wednesday? Yeah, that I'd reach out and see if Sarah Stecher can get you in. She's with Disney Campers.
Yep.
They have a Facebook group, and it's pretty big. Lucky Dog Productions, how are you? Wandering Wiley. Oh my goodness. Oh, everybody's in here.
Hey, Bob.
Crochet Me Pink Kelly. Thanks for joining the live stream tonight. Yeah. That's really funny. She took her kids here when they were younger, and her son was about 4. And she wished she had waited till they were older because she spent most of her time on the Buzz Lightyear ride. I like that ride.
That's fun.
I could do that over and over.
Yeah, that's fun. Talon's not a fan of the Buzz Lightyear ride.
No.
We are. So we didn't do much today. We just went to Disney Springs, and we got some desserts we're going to try here in a second. And we went and got some grocery shopping done. And
yep, just a few errands and stuff today.
Went to Port Orleans to get dinner tonight. And Bob, I know I was in a live stream when we were actually there, and I mentioned what I was having for lunch. So Bouet Bob, the shrimp and grits here were awesome. Not the best I've ever had, but they were good, top 8 maybe. Those really good shrimp and grits. So,
top 8.
Yeah, top 8. Everybody always says top 2 or 3 or 10. I'm gonna.
He's always on the.
I gotta be on the. I'm on the edge of something, edge of sanity. One of the cool things I'm enjoying right now about being here, besides being able to hear the fireworks, and if you go down to the beach area, you can see them usually, is you hear the boats, the boat whistles.
Thank you, Lucky Dog. My daughter made these for us.
Yeah.
Well, for me. She didn't make them for Michael. He won't wear them.
No.
So, if you saw our Instagram, you also saw that we went to Amorette's, and we got some desserts because we wanted to try something with you all. And
Hang on.
we can lift them up.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Woo!
All right. So we got Mickey here. I think it'd be better if I lift.
Hang on. Let me turn off the. Sorry if everybody's getting sick from the motion, but it's a lot less motion than we had on the drive here today. Thanks for sticking with us on that one. There we go. So,
right, so
this is the Mickey Moose.
The Mickey Moose, and that is a chocolate chiffon cake, dark chocolate mousse, and white chocolate mousse. And then we have the 49th and Broadway New York cheesecake. It is a lemon curd with blueberries and chantilly. So our question to you guys tonight is, which dessert do you think will be better?
And the other question we have is, what in the heck's a chantilly?
I don't know.
It's a city in Virginia.
That it is. But is it a wine? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, great. Only Avenger said those cakes are amazing and we'll want 5 more. I have had
Come
some
and
of
get
their
them.
cakes before, and yes, they're amazing. I love their desserts there, which is why we had the picture up there on the green screen of the dessert case, because it was amazing. They now have a Cinderella looking one, like the carriage, and it's blue with the silver, and it is a strawberry champagne middle, and then it had a strawberry mousse, and it was a white cake with it. So that sounded really good too.
Justin and Christina don't happen to be in here, do they?
Nomadic Hippie says he always grabs a Mickey Moose.
There you go.
Okay, see, so I'm going to say Nomadic Hippie, if he says the Mickey Moose is better,
yeah,
it's probably better, but I'm not sure. And Buckeye Kitty, they do look too pretty to eat. I hate to cut into cakes because when they're so pretty like that.
I asked if Justin and Christina were in here only because right across the way from where we picked these up is the Daily Poutine, which is a Canadian gravy and fries and whatever else.
Yep. Lily Gypsy Child said Chantilly lace. Yes, that's in the song.
Yeah, from the Big Bopper in the 50s.
Oh.
It was part of the line of the song.
Before my time?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Roboto, how are you? Need to get Michael a Disney shirt.
Oh, I have a Disney shirt.
We have Disney shirts. We didn't put them on today.
One of my favorite rides is the Haunted Mansion. Love the Haunted Mansion, and I do have a Haunted Mansion shirt that I got for was it Christmas or birthday? I can't remember which. But
we're here in December, so it could have been either.
I've got a Haunted Mansion shirt. I also have a polo that has a little Mickey on it. I think that's it. And hey, this is a see?
There you go, Disney hat.
Disney hat.
Here's a couple.
I got a couple of Disney hats.
All right, so are we gonna?
And I got my Disney Magic Band. Yes, we're gonna taste this. Which one are we going first?
I don't know. Since they said that one was better, I kind of want to wait.
Okay, you want to wait? All right.
So maybe
we'll
this
go
one.
with this one.
All right. Maybe that's the Chantilly.
Ah! They're taped to the plate.
It doesn't have a lacy look to this. If it is Chantilly.
You hold it up.
Okay.
Go for it.
Ready? All right. Oh, it's a big bite.
Make sure you got the curd in there.
I want the curd. There we go.
And there's no whey in this, just curd.
All right. Let's see. Only Adventure, I'm in trouble. That is a really good one. That's good cheesecake.
That is really good.
I am a big chocolate fan, though, so.
Mm-hmm. So, if you'd like for us to try things on your behalf, please send, no, I'm just kidding.
Lily Gypsy Child, that's right. Chantilly, when you said that Chantilly lace, that's all I can think about. That's playing over and over and over in my head now. I'll be singing it all night. Hey, Jurgen. Hi, friends. Just wanted to pop in for a few minutes and wish you all a great week. Thank you. Oh, we're excited to be here. And we're excited that you came and joined us. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Then Blue Lane.
All right.
You can try it first.
This is for you, Nomadic Hippie.
Because I can't break into that one. That one's like hard.
And see, this red. It's just a glaze,
Yeah.
or is it a demi glaze, or is it a reduction? I don't know. I haven't watched enough Food Network lately.
It's a mirror glaze.
It's a mirror glaze. There we go.
Glaze.
So see, it's soft. Ears are chocolate. So we're gonna break into that. See, I can be a Food Network star. Check this out. You break into
Blue
that.
Lane said he could not be a friend to those who do not like chocolate. I know, right? I actually have friends who do not like chocolate. Oh,
They're communists.
I have one of his buttons. Let's see. Comes off. Okay.
I love cheesecake, but I love chocolate. That's way better.
Yep.
But I wouldn't turn either one of them down.
I wouldn't turn either one down. But if you could only choose one, which is always my requirement when I go into a new restaurant or a bakery or somewhere, I'm like, if you could only choose one thing and you weren't ever going to be able to come back, what is the one thing you have to have? And usually I get pretty good recommendations. On occasion, I get a bad one, but most of the time it's good. And it's not a bad one. It's just, it isn't really my taste or something. But
the biggest thing
Disney trivia, I do have some. It is you'd love to go to Disney sometime, Susan? Yes, I think you should. Then Blue Lane, you're going to the jacuzzi. I'm going to be hitting the jacuzzi while we're here too.
You're good on with you. I'm a chocoholic.
All right. So nobody wants to play Disney trivia. They played games last night.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I'm sure they're tired.
I wasn't
of
a
that.
fan of it either.
What, my Disney trivia?
Yeah.
I'm
not a game person.
Well, I will just say my trivia isn't just like, the movies or whatever. I actually researched like trivia. Like
she spent minutes on this earlier today.
That is not true. I did lots of research.
So
back hurts from a long week. You know what? Michael used to have really, really bad back problems, so we totally can relate when your back hurts.
Now I just have really, really bad knee problems and the occasional really, really bad back problems.
I think you should go to the jacuzzi. And that way it'll help his knee.
I'm going to the jacuzzi. Right here.
That's so bad.
This is one of Mickey's ear.
You got to stay a few weeks. Suburban Florida Outdoors said Disney takes more than a few days. Stay a few weeks. I mean, if you can do it, staying a few weeks, a couple weeks here is really great. We said this earlier that we accidentally stayed here for 2 weeks one time because of the hurricane coming through. We still haven't looked up to see which hurricane that was, so we don't know. It was
one of them.
But it was 2 years ago, last September. So it's coming up on 3 years this September. Mm-hmm. And anyway, the first week we with the kids, we ran, did, all the things you got to do. And the second week we were like, okay, we don't have to do anything. Every day is a bonus day. So it really was nice to kind of just chill out and not do anything. So after that time, we're like, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. We are not run, do.
I do have the stinky slinky hooked up just in case, though.
We're just going to, relax.
Just relax and do. That's quality broadcast gold
just
right
call me
there.
Indiana now because
that's just broadcast gold.
I'm going to just laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were going to do this outside or another location, but you know what? It's like 50 degrees outside and the wind starting to pick up, so we still want to be outside. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for a cool place, and you just got us with a green screen, we apologize, but
That's true. We forgot to tell them why we were sitting in here with the green
yeah.
screen
So
again.
this is why we were sitting here with a green screen.
It actually was a lot colder than we had anticipated it being.
Yeah. So for dinner, we ate at, what's the name of that place?
Sasagula.
Sasagula Floatworks.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's
Which is the food court at Port Orleans Hotel, which is one of the Disney hotels. We love going there because it's usually not very crowded, and it's all, since it's Port Orleans is the thing. So it's a New Orleans. It's all, New Orleans type food. You can get beignets there. You can also get alcoholic beignets there. We haven't tried those yet, but you can get shrimp Creole. You can get all kinds of basic Cajun dishes. Nothing too outlandish, but it is
Posh Cats Camping. I gotta tell you another story because it's kind of funny. But I bought a hat at the exchange and I decided I didn't like it, so I wanted to return it. I walked in there and they were having some kind of computer glitch and there were people standing around. I took my number. I sat down on the seat. I opened up YouTube, started looking at stuff, comments and things, and making sure I was replying to people. And all of a sudden, a gentleman walks in with a probably 15-month-old baby, and he's having a chat on the phone, a video chat with
on speakerphone,
the baby's mom, and they're talking about getting their alcohol for the weekend or whatever, right? For about 5 minutes, and then he gets off the phone because she's going to come meet him. Well, then he decides that the baby needs something to do, so he turns on Baby Shark loudly. And we all had to sit there and listen to it because there was a computer glitch, so nobody was getting helped. So we just sat there and sat there and sat there listening to Baby Shark over and over and over again. So that was another song I had stuck in my head for a while. Yeah.
Nursing your travel bag. No to both. Oddly enough, I always say this wrong. Is it Boudin or Boudin? I think it's Boudin, but we actually we actually had that at, well, Boudin anyway. We had at our meetup in Tampa a few weeks ago, which actually seems like a very long time ago there. So it's hard to believe it's been almost 3 weeks since we were all well, not all of us here in the room, obviously, because we were up to 31 people in the room just a second ago. We were all together. So, and now we're all talking about going to Mayberry.
I know. I'm really excited about Mayberry.
Boudin. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thanks, Suburban Florida Outdoors.
Mr. Roboto, you want to know if we're going to ride the Skyway? No.
No.
I know that's a big deal for a lot of people.
I'll be honest with you, since I was honest on the other video when we talked about Talon. Once I had my traumatic brain injury, I became, one of the many things that happened to me, unfortunately, was I became really claustrophobic. And we actually got, a couple of years ago, we were riding on the monorail here, and we got stuck in the monorail and couldn't get out. And that was not fun. And before that, I rode Mission Space. And for those who don't know what Mission Space is, it's a simulator rocket ride to Mars, and you're in there and it's real tight. And I've ridden it a bunch of times with my kids, and that one time was I can't do it anymore. So unfortunately, there's a lot of things that are off limits to me now.
And let's be honest, I need to go to the bathroom like every 5 minutes. I mean, I know it's TMI, but I mean, I'm getting older, so
and
I don't want to get stuck on there for like hours when they did back in, what was it, September, October when it opened?
Yeah.
Like 3 hours.
And there's no air conditioning. There's no ventilation in that at all. So
we have an RV, so I have a bathroom.
Yeah, that's not
There's
bad.
no bathroom in the Skyway ride. I think Justin and Christina came in the room. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining us. Looking forward to their return tomorrow night with the live stream.
We drove. We walked past a place that sold different types of poutine today, and that made me think of you guys. So,
all right, let's see. I think we're missing some of this chat. They're having lots of conversations going on that we're missing, but that's all right. That's kind of what the chat's for sometimes.
Yeah.
I think it's fun when you're able to just get in live stream and chat. So he said about the community and stuff. It's just, I mean, we are always like, who's coming up next? Is there anybody on? We know POA was going to go. I mean, normally they go live at 7 p.m., but they went live early today because of the Super Bowl. And I was just like, oh, who's going to take their place? Is anybody coming on at 7? And I was kind of sad. Nobody did. Mm-hmm. But I guess everybody was watching for a little while anyway.
Yeah. Well, we're up at 35 now. Awesome.
Yeah.
So we don't want to. I don't want to spend this whole time talking about Disney. But I mean, obviously, we're here. We're excited. We drove here. I'm probably more excited about the live stream we did this morning. To be honest with you, because we've talked about that. At least I've talked about that all day long. Because this community is so awesome, and in fact, you joined us on that trip. And we've already got like
we had a couple dozen people stuffed in this RV going through.
Yeah, we did. It was pretty cool. And I said in the live stream, I've got the dash cam running, so I'll just splice the dash cam footage in, and then you could see do a split screen, so you can see the dash cam and us, so you can see the whole thing if you wanted to. But then I realized if I did that, that's actually a whole different video, and I don't think a whole lot of people would watch that video when we already have the video of the live stream. So I decided not to do that at all. So if anybody was looking forward to that, I apologize.
But we'll look for doing that in the future of figuring out how to do forward facing and rear facing at the same time.
Yeah, we figured that out. We figured that out. We figured that out today. We didn't test anything for that other than the fact of, okay, we got the little mini tripod and that works. Well, it holds the camera up at a good angle. And we tested the microphones, the lapel mics, to see if they worked. And that was it. That was the whole extent of our testing. We weren't able to, take it on a test drive, so to speak, or anything like that. So we just went with it. And that's a lot of almost all this live streaming we've done so far from a technical standpoint has just been going for it and seeing what happens. And we've been fairly lucky so far with it actually working.
Yep. Buy Suburban Florida Outdoors. Please make sure your dog has dog food. It's really important. Dallin says so.
Yep.
He's got errands to run, or she has errands to run. I don't know. Is it? Well, I'm gonna have to check that out. I always get embarrassed if I do. I'm like, I get some of the names and the videos mixed up. We actually had even a really popular channel make a comment on our Instagram. And so I looked them up today and I go, oh, whoops. I had them confused with another channel.
Another big channel. So
I apologize if I mess things up.
I'm with you, Nick's Picks.
Ooh.
And honestly, so is my daughter. She loves the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best thing of the Super Bowl in over the years. Mr. Roboto would like to talk about our tow car. How do we like it? Is it easy connected up?
Okay.
Easy on the coach.
All right. Let me tell you about the tow car. Okay. First of all, we have a Chevy Equinox. For our RV, our limit was 5. It had to be under. Actually, it had to be under 4,000 pounds.
He's getting the Tiffin, so he's gonna have the same.
Oh, that's right. He's getting the 36 something. Or is he getting the LA or UA?
UA.
Okay. So you're in the same boat. You got a 5,000 pound hitch, but you've only got a 4,000 pound towing capacity. So you got to find something under 4,000 pounds. So for us, and what we looked at, that boiled down to 2 vehicles because we wanted something with 4 doors, and we wanted like an SUV type vehicle. So we didn't look at cars at all. So there could be more options on the car front. But so it was either a Chevy Equinox or a Jeep Wrangler. Jeep Wrangler was a no-go just because it was difficult for both. I'm the only one in the family who has long legs. So for the short-legged members of my family, my wife and my service dog, they were not thrilled with a Jeep. So that's why we went with the Chevy Equinox. And we love it. We've had it.
It also has cooling seats.
Yes.
And heated seats.
Yes, it has heated and cooling seats. So we love that. But we flat tow it, and it literally takes about 5 minutes to hook and unhook. If you watched the video today, you wouldn't see me do the unhook the process, but you could see how long it took to unhook it, because once we got into Fort Wilderness, we pulled off to the side. I got out and I walked over, I unhooked it, got back in, and drove off. And it takes about 4 minutes. I timed it. It takes about 4 minutes to either unhook and hook completely.
Kyle says he has long legs.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't go with us as much anymore, buddy, because you're older now and don't even live with us.
I usually let him ride up front in the car when we go places. Gives him room to stretch out, and me and Talon get to hang out.
So flat towing is the way to go. Period. We had a Class C before this one, and we had a dolly because I had the bright idea that, well, we don't know we had multiple vehicles in our family at the time, and we might take with this vehicle or that vehicle, and they were all front wheel drive. None of them were flat towable, so the dolly made sense at the time. The best I could ever do on getting the dolly set up, getting the car on the dolly and set up, was about 20 minutes. It would take me to get everything set up and hinge down, and then I'd have to stop every so often to make sure the straps were tight or do adjustments and things like that. With the flat tow, I just take the 4 minutes to hook everything up, remember to turn on the brakes, the auxiliary brakes, and go. And it's back there and it's fine. I don't have to do anything. For the Chevy Equinox, to get it into tow mode, you just push the button, because it's a push button start. You just push the button, you put it in neutral, and then you start the engine, put it in neutral, and then turn it off, and you're done. That's it. So it's just that simple.
Captain Jack Scrapper said, and when you unhitched today, you left James Cantney's in the trunk.
Probably. Probably did.
So, hey, Mom. My mom joined in. Jane Bainey is my mom, if you didn't know. Say hello. Check out our channel. All right. Ricky, there are no goats in the puppy bowl. None.
No. And there are no goats in the RV either.
No.
We didn't buy a goat.
I know. I did get asked that, though.
Yet, I guess.
I know. They're really, really cute, but they're also very dirty. When you pet them, your hands are just black. I don't know if I said that in anything before, but your hands are really black and dirty because they do not like rain. They do not like water. They do not like to be bathed, nothing. So they just kind of leave them be.
They're goats.
Oh, thanks, Extraordinary Journey. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, poor James Cantonese, Lily. Yes. Yeah. I think he asked to ride back there for, a short time, but then we all forgot he was back there, and
it happens. Posh Cats says they have I want to pull that up. It's like a
Skoda Citigo, like a VW up. It's a tiny car that weighs 2,000 pounds, and we tow it on an A-frame. What's an A-frame? Would that be like a tow dolly?
I'm not sure. You're talking about an A-frame camper? I'm not sure. Everything in Europe when it comes to RVs and cars is a little bit different and a lot smaller. And sometimes it's a really good thing too. I
know, but okay, I'm one for like words, really neat, interesting words. That's why I liked Ricky's, hogwash yesterday. But Skoda Citigo. I have a Skoda Citigo. I like that.
It rolls off the tongue.
Right.
So RV Underway says there are goats in Puppy Bowl. They're supposed to be cheerleaders. So there you go.
Okay, that goes back, Ricky, to what I said on the drive today, that sometimes Michael will say things, and since you don't really know, because you don't really watch it, I don't really watch Puppy Bowl either, and I've seen little cute puppies and stuff, but I don't know, there probably could be goats on the sideline. I really don't know. Yeah. But I'm really believing that you are not telling me the truth. And you are laughing right now, and I can hear you.
Oh, and RV Kids TV, yes, they do poop and pee everywhere.
All the time.
All the time. It's like the world is their toilet.
Kira.
Which is a good way to live if you think about it.
Kira just joined us. She's the one who made my ears. I love them.
Well, I got to bring this back up since Kira's on here now. Kira, do you remember this?
Ready, set, autism family. We just arrived at Fort Wilderness today, and we'll be staying through Friday morning. We have to check out on Friday morning.
Then we're going back to the goat farm.
Yeah, because we liked it so much.
For 2 nights. And then we're going to be in a 1,000 Trails for 2 weeks.
Right.
So
we haven't looked to see if there are reviews on. I mean, William, where's our review on Southern Palms? That's where we'll be, Southern Palms. Yeah. So
we were all bratty kids this morning riding the rig. But you know what, Captain Jack, you were all bratty kids. I will 100% agree with you. But at least I didn't hear any of it. So that's fine.
Thank you, Justin and Christina's Van Life. They've never seen goats at the Puppy Bowl. Okay, thank you. I just need a little backup there because I was pretty sure that was untrue. It was false. It was hogwash.
We're gonna have to look up goats and Puppy Bowl after this is over with.
I know. Well, I do get hung up on things sometimes, but did you? Oh, you did. You brought that picture back up. Ha. So for those that weren't here earlier, this is our son Kyle on the rock and roller coaster, and right when it launched, daughter and son-in-law in the back seat.
Yeah. Son-in-law, and that's my ear over.
Oh yeah.
There, that's my ear, and my lack of hair.
And your arm that you can.
Yeah.
You're like a skeleton.
Skeletor. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 35 in the house. 36. I got 36
Sweet.
Watching.
I think this is our biggest concurrent viewership so far.
Except I think our first live.
Except our first live. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't get hung up on stats.
Goats were on there tonight. New Vision Security Services said. Seriously,
I'm
gonna have to go back and look at this now. Thank you guys. My evening is now full. Put the Animal Planet on the green screen.
Hey, there's goats.
Animal. I got a lag, so I can't.
Yeah, give it a minute.
How have you liked the 1,000 Trails so far? We tried a few in the Northeast a few years back, and honestly, we're not impressed. Affordable, yes, but seemed run down.
We are mixed.
Yeah, and Posh Cats replied to you about the apron. So.
Oh, okay.
We're mixed on 1,000 Trails at the moment, but we didn't spend tons of money on it. We bought the camping pass.
We bought the annual camper pass, and we've only stayed 2 places so far. Two different 1,000 Trails places so far. One of them was kind of a muddy mess and a tight squeeze. The other one was if you were in some of our other live streams, we talked about it. We had the Get Off My Lawn old people around us. And
the Chicago Mafia.
And they were telling us how the 1,000 Trails is owned by the Chicago Mafia, and that the people at the front desk don't know what they're doing, and we need to leave because we were too big for the spot we were in, and we weren't supposed to be backed up as far as we were. I was backed up. The back end of my rig was barely off the road, and it was and I was still in front of the water connection. I hadn't reached the water connection yet. That's how far back I'd gone. And so Shelly went up front, and they in the front desk people reciprocated their hatred for the residents that the residents had for them, and basically said both groups think each other are idiots, and we spent a night there. It was hard to get in there because of the trees and stuff like that, and it was a tight squeeze.
It was on a curve. Yeah. On a busy road busy for them. I mean, golf carts and people coming through, but I mean, it was on their main road, and it was right smack in the middle of the curve. And then it was between 2 trees, one with a low hanging branch. And then we were basically on a lawn. Yeah. That had it. So it was a little bit odd, but it worked for us. It was level and that, but we only paid for the Encore and the camping pass or whatever. And the amount of time that we'll spend in it, hopefully the one for 2 weeks, Southern Palms, if anybody has stayed there, please let us know, because that's where we're supposed to be for 2 weeks. If that one is even okay, then we really did actually, I mean, if we use it again the rest of the year, then we won't be out money.
Right. For what we plan on using it, the amount we're planning on using it just in the next month or so, it's going to average out to about $35 a night. It's costing us, based on what we paid for the membership. Because we only bought the annual membership. We didn't buy the super duper elite package that you have to pay the annual dues for on top of that. We just bought the 1 year camper pass. So at $35 a night average. And if we use it more, and I'm sure we will, use it more between, early January when we purchased it and, next January, I'm sure we'll use it a lot more. That average will probably be somewhere down maybe $15 a night. And even at $35 a night, I'm satisfied with what with paying for it. Because most campgrounds, we've stayed at some KOAs that were worse that we paid $50 or more for. So.
Right. And truthfully, with it being the big season down here and everybody being here, I know I've heard Nomadic Hippie talk about how many people are in Florida right now, and it's true. At least we have a place to stay. That it's okay. So if it doesn't cost us too much on that aspect, then we're happy. Bob says he's not renewing his, though. He likes Passport America better, and we've used that. We actually use Passport America quite a bit, but we've found where they don't take it, like when we were in Missouri, they don't take it in the middle of the country. So.
Daydream about nice things. How much would you have to use Passport America before it paid off? I don't know. Yeah, Bob just answered it twice. Yeah, I'd say twice. Because the membership I think is like $50 a year, and usually it's you can get a campground with it, at least on a weekday. You can get a campground that you normally would cost you $40 or $50 for half off. So you're saving $20-$25. So you use it for 2 nights. You've covered yourself.
Well,
we love Passport America.
We used Passport America when we first got this rig back in July, and we were down in Fort Myers. And we got the rig, and then we went like one exit up, and we stayed in, I can't remember the name, but you can remember it. But of course, you just took
Upriver RV Resort.
Yeah,
awesome place.
Fantastic place. Amazing, huge sites. In fact, they call them super sites. And every time we walk in, I go, "Where is my super site?" Yep.
And if you don't get that, go watch the Incredibles movie, and you'll figure it out.
So anyway, that was fantastic, and I think we paid pennies to be there. Yeah. So,
but I'll be honest with you. You really can't compare Passport America and Thousand Trails because they're really apples and oranges. So Thousand Trails works for a lot of people, and for a lot of people it doesn't. And I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook the last few days, people asking questions about all these different memberships: Passport America, Good Sam, KOA, Thousand Trails. Want to know which ones are the best ones. Well, the best ones are really the ones that work for you and the ones you use. And it was fun, and it's funny seeing some of these, some of those Facebook chats I saw. People were like, "Well, we've had, and I'll say, I don't know, Passport America. We've had Passport America for 3 years. We've never used it." And my first thought is, well, why in the world are you paying $50 a year for something you're not even using? It doesn't compute with me. And for a lot of these memberships, and we did this with Thousand Trails. We've been talking about Thousand Trails for a few months, but we waited until we knew we were ready. We were ready to get it. We needed it. And it would make sense for us because we knew we were going to have to be in Florida for a long period of time.
Nomadic Hippie, have you stayed at Southern Palms in Florida? He likes Thousand Trails. He said there's nothing better than Thousand Trails. RV Kids TV, I pinned it up there, is I love Thousand Trails so far. After June of this year, I will have stayed enough in the Thousand Trails network in 1 year to have paid off our upgrade.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we felt. We were like, we'll do the camping pass first. We want to just get in and see if it's something we want to do. At the moment, we only had 2 stays, but like I said, we're getting ready to do Southern Palms, and hopefully we have a good experience.
So for us to be military, we can have access to the campgrounds on military bases, and those usually run anywhere from $10 to $20 a night.
Bob says Escapees looks good, and Mr. Roboto says Harvest Toast. We actually have all of these.
Yes, Escapees we have. That's our mail forwarding service because we domicile in Florida, and Escapees does have some resorts, some campgrounds, which we stayed at the one in Branson.
Yep.
Which is pretty nice.
It was nice.
And that's actually the one, if you watched Wayward Wags, they said they were I don't know how they put it. They were kicked out of Branson or evacuated out of Branson.
Evacuated out of Branson.
I think that's the $1,000. I think they were staying in that same campground and it flooded because it's right on the river. And so they had to evacuate.
I'm not sure they were in the escapees one. There's one across the river.
There's one across
too,
from that too.
so
Yeah.
maybe
but
I wasn't sure
but yeah, it's pretty close to the river. The next picks is Passport America.
No.
There are no discounts to Fort Wilderness.
No.
None.
None.
There's no military discount. There's no annual pass holder discount. There's no discount for being a cool kid. Occasionally, rarely, there's a discount for Florida residents at Fort Wilderness. Very rare, and I don't think it's had one for years.
Chasing Abnormal said, when we've done our 2-week trips during the past summers, we've spent over $1,000 just for campgrounds to include military campgrounds. Seriously looking at resale 1,000 Trails to help drive down these costs. Yeah. Totally understand that, especially if you are full-timing. And we talked about that. If you're full-timing, I mean, it's got to make a difference there, to be able to go there. But we're actually not full timing, but now that we've talked about,
we're a lot of timing is what we are.
We're a lot of timing because we're going to be gone through March, and then May we got to go back out to Nebraska, and then we got to be at the Pentagon area. We'll be at Cherry Hill Park in Maryland for the month of September, and then we're going to Mayberry. So I mean, we're not even going to be home this year.
Yeah.
So if you know where we live, we're not there, but we have Ring doorbell installed.
So we'll know
all over. So we'll know if you stop by.
There was a cat on our front door at 6 a.m. a couple of days ago. I knew. So anyway, all these memberships really boil down to they're all great if you use them. If I lived in like Mississippi, Harvest Host would suck because there's not a whole lot of Harvest Hosts. There's some down on the coast, on the Gulf Coast. But once you get up into the interior of like Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, I think Tennessee as well, there's not a lot of Harvest Hosts in those areas unless you get the golf course package, which adds some. So it really depends on where you're at and what you want to do. But we love Harvest Hosts. The comment I got up here with Justin and Christina talking about Boondockers Welcome looks cool. I agree. It does look cool. We haven't purchased it yet. We probably would one at some point. But Boondockers Welcome looks good. I've seen a lot of reviews on it. A lot of people swear by Boondockers Welcome and absolutely love it.
I'm not sure I'm real keen on being in somebody's driveway, but I mean, a lot of them, a lot of people do. So
it just depends on what you, and that's the whole thing about any of these memberships. Do your research. There is 1,000 videos on YouTube about pick an RV membership. They're there. I don't need to make one for you. They're there. Look on the Facebook groups. Use the search feature in the Facebook groups, and you'll get tons and tons of information. And the search feature in a Facebook group is the best unused, I won't say underused, unused feature of Facebook, because
it's a pet peeve of Michael's.
Yeah. You can get the answer to a lot of questions if you do a search in that group. It's a little box with a little magnifying glass next to it. You type in what you want, you press the little hourglass, and then magically your answer pops up. It's kind of like Google, but it's on Facebook. Google works too for finding stuff out.
He hates when somebody says, "What's the weather in Orlando?" Really?
In April. What's the weather in April? How are the crowds looking in April at Disney? I don't know. Looking like they're planning on coming to Disney.
Captain Jack Scrapper said, "I'm searching for the RANWM passport. I don't know what that is. RANWM passport.
RANMW?
Yeah. That's a new one for me.
I don't know. I might have spelled that one out.
And Nick's picks, cabins have discounts. Cabins will also get you the dining plan and things like that. Fort Wilderness, a little trivia for you guys, even though nobody wanted it, is that Fort Wilderness is considered a moderate resort versus like the value resorts. But we never get the dining plan. I guess they figure because we have rigs, we're going to eat here and not over there. So they never include it. But I don't care because we did the dining plan one time and we found that
doesn't work for us.
even if we bought the most expensive things, we still would spend less. And I think it's because of alcohol. We do not drink that much. And so, we're not going to have alcoholic beverages at every meal. So that was our take on it anyway.
Susan, looks like you're getting awful technical savvy there, getting your VPN set up. Very nice. I just leave it that because we've only got 5 minutes left.
Yep, can find a lot of information if you just search.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Whenever I've had problems with my RV, or I was trying to do something with my RV, like do some DIY something cheap, first place I go is I look on Facebook and the different RV groups, do a search in there. I look on YouTube, then I look on Google, kind of in that order. And if I can't find what I'm looking for, then I'll go back into RV groups on Facebook and ask if anybody's done it.
Absolutely. Mary Lou North, COE has excellent reviews. You know what? Corps of Engineers, we
hear great things about them. We haven't stayed at one.
We have never stayed at one, but we have heard over and over and over about them. And so we are hopefully going to be camping with RV Underway at the end of February, beginning of March, at a Corps of Engineers. I told you. Barbara texted me. Okay, we keep in touch.
I just drive.
So I'm crossing fingers that we'll be able to make that happen. So
yeah. Okay, so we got 3 minutes left. So one thing I want, and Mr. Roboto, to answer your question is, I think she is. Honestly, I think she is. I don't know if she's in the witness protection program because she was an innocent bystander to a witness, or she turned on her co-conspirators.
I think she's Paula Deen in disguise. Oh. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
So
I bet she puts a pound of butter in everything. So, Susan, you can cook for the maid.
Nothing wrong with putting a pound of butter in everything. So only 3 minutes left. I see some over the course of the night. I've seen some people pop up that I didn't necessarily recognize, which doesn't really mean anything because
we're gonna go back.
But
check out those channels.
If you everybody on here, check out. If you saw somebody that was unfamiliar, check out their channel. Click on the little 3 dots next to one of their comments, or just look them up. Do a search for their name in YouTube, and look them up. Give them the opportunity to if they have good content, subscribe to them. Be a good neighbor. And I'm kind of freaking out right now because I hear the water pageant parade going by, so it's kind of distracting. But look them up, watch their videos, leave meaningful comments, hit the like button.
Thank you, Daydream, about nice things.
For those of you who haven't liked our page, subscribed to us yet, please consider subscribing to us. It's free for a limited time only. So if you subscribe right now, it'll be free for the rest of your life.
Hey, it's about time now. Thanks for joining us. We're ending, but
yeah. Also hit that bell notification for all, so you'll know when the live streams and the and our regular video content come out. And real quick, because we only got a few seconds left here. Forgot what I was going to say. Wow. I got an email from TubeBuddy yesterday. They gave me a special deal just for me. And I can't share the link, so hopefully you got the email. But it was for TubeBuddy Pro, $99 lifetime. So it's normally $9 a month. And hopefully you guys got that same email. And if shoot me an email, and I'll forward you the link. Maybe it will work for you. I don't know. But I got TubeBuddy Pro for $99 for life. So that's cheaper than 1 year of the TubeBuddy service. So if you want that, ourepicrvadventure@gmail.com.
It's free. I said free, said Papa Drew.
Yeah. If you want stickers, email at the same place. Follow us on Instagram, Our Epic RV Adventure. We're going to be posting a lot of stuff on Instagram in the next few days. Facebook, Our Epic RV Adventure as well.
Thanks. It's about time now.
So with all that said, thank you guys for hanging out with us for almost 3 hours total today.
Right. We sincerely appreciate it.
It's been a great time. Thank you to helping us get over 300 subscribers. We just hit 200 the day of the the big get together at Tampa, we hit 200 that day. So just less than 3 weeks later, around 3 weeks later, we've hit 300. So I'm really, really shocked and excited and thankful to this supporting community. Yeah. So we're going to celebrate with Mickey Moose. So good night, everybody.
Good night.